we're celebrating 2 whole years of the podcast. I've absolutely loved these past 2 years because pulling together 104 episodes has given me so much. I've met the most incredible people across the world. That in itself is a privilege, to find these amazing people and be connected. But I've also learned so much myself. This is the power of taking care of yourself. This is what we've heard and learned throughout the past 2 years and 104 episodes.
I think I just totally kept myself busy. I think at the back of my mind, I always knew that I kind of wasn't living the life that I wanted, but I just kept going. It was just like, I just kept myself busy, kept myself ticking away. I didn't know what I actually needed to change. It took me quite a while to figure out what I needed to do. I just knew then and there, like, I needed to make some big changes. I thought for a long time I needed to fix myself, which was actually really sad. I was really unkind to myself. Where I am now, it was the best decision I ever did for myself.
So I never was taught self-love. It just wasn't one of those things. Growing up, I was always, once again, like, I was very hard on myself and I was a perfectionist. I wanted everything perfect. And I always thought it was just who I was. It wasn't until later that I learned it was because I was searching for something that I didn't even know what I was searching for. I always felt like I had to be a certain weight for me to be happy, finding your purpose and doing all that. But none of that is possible for people that don't believe that they're even worthy of that. And I always go back to that because that's kind of where I was.
People think, oh, if I've got a really great lawyer, or if I have enough money, if I have the right team around me, that actually I can move through this divorce in a successful, calm way. But the truth is that so much, and you may or may not want to hear this, your listeners may or may not want to hear this, that so much of the divorce process is out of your control. When you can think clearly, you can make good choices, the right choices that are going to serve you and your future, that allow you to be the CEO of your life, not your lawyers, not the financial advisor, not your ex who's telling you you're not going to cope, you can't afford, and all the other limiting stories that are keeping you small.
I went to the doctors with the mental health side. It was all a case of, okay, do you want medication? Well, I don't know. It was basically, I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah.
And physical health was just the old adage of, do you drink? Do you smoke? No. Oh, okay, then. Well, this is the medication that you need to be on. And that was it. There was no sort of link of anything around that. Or actually, this is what you should be doing differently. I did start taking medication. I thought that, yeah, that's it for the rest of my life now. I'm satisfied with that's going to deal with that. And I don't need to deal with my lifestyle. Yeah. That was the answer. And never really entered my mind to actually, what could I, help myself on to get off that medication? Is there anything I could do? I'll happily do that now, and I understand now how that does have a massive impact on my mind.
It was just the most earth-shattering thing I think I have ever encountered. You couldn't possibly imagine the type of grief that follows with a significant loss like that unless you've actually experienced it. This loss, I mean, John and I had only been together just over 4 years. We were each other's second time around. We had both been divorced previously. We had so many plans for the future, so many things we were going to do, so many little pots of savings going to do this, that and the other. And all of a sudden, none of this had any purpose. So I came home to my house and I closed the front door, and instantly the house was different, my life was different, my purpose was different. So only we can process and deal with our trauma in our unique way. And the way that we do that is nobody else's business. So if my grief means that I hide inside my house for a year, then that's fine.
I realized that this is not something that happens twice in a lifetime. This will not happen again. And if I'm laying on my deathbed one day and looking back at my life and all the decisions that I made, what decision would I rather that I had made? Because of course, it scares the living daylights out of me. Of course, I'm afraid of what people are going to think of me. Of course, I'm afraid of people judging me, thinking that I'm crazy. Who are you to go and do this? But I'm more afraid of wondering what if. I'm more afraid of wondering who I could have been if I was brave enough. I'm more afraid of living a life of regret because I was scared. What are these people going to think of me? Like, who am I to do this? Like, who do you think that you are, right? But what I kind of made myself understand is that both paths were hard. I had to choose a path, but I had to realize, what hard did I want to live with?